Inspector, and I'm here to talk to you today about what you can and can't shoot off in the city as far as fireworks over this 4th of July holiday. Sioux Falls ordinance prohibits the use of fireworks within city limits with the exception of several items. You can shoot off snakes, sparklers, smoke bombs, the little cones that shoot sparks in the air. The rule basically is if it flies in the air or makes a report or loud bang, you cannot shoot it off in Sioux Falls. Just use your judgment on that. So if it just sits in the ground, spins, or whatever else, that would be acceptable. It's just if you can't have a report and it can't fly through the air. Sioux Falls PD, I guess, will be out and about over the 4th of July weekend, and they'll be enforcing the codes for that. The code for the fireworks is a $95 fine if they decide to cite you for shooting off fireworks within city limits. So just use common sense. If you can, if you have a friend out in the country or someplace else besides the city that you can shoot fireworks off at, we recommend that. We also want people to be safe and have a good 4th of July. So any questions from your end?
Has there been any uptick in the increase in fireworks injuries over the past couple of years, or is it just kind of steady where there's going to be those that won't follow this?
It's usually been about the same every year. It hasn't changed much. There's always going to be people that want to experiment or do things differently, and they might get hurt. But the most important thing we can talk about is just safety when you do it. Make sure adults are there when children are shooting off the fireworks. And if you have animals, make sure they're indoors. Maybe you turn on a TV so that the sound drowns out the noise of the fireworks so they don't get startled or scared. So we recommend that.
So if, like, Joe Smith wants to know if he's in city limits to launch off fireworks, where can he go to find that information?
Great, thank you. Good idea. There'll be a website that'll pop up on the screen that you can type in your address, and it will tell you whether you're within the city limits or not. So you can get an idea if you are at the boundary or not. If you're in the middle of the city, you pretty much know you're inside the city limits. But if you're to the edge of the constantly changing boundaries, it'll let you know what you have to do for that. Anything else?
So really anything that makes like a loud noise is banned.
If you think about it, bottle rockets, you can't shoot bottle rockets, can't shoot firecrackers, you can't shoot Roman candles, things like that, or the spinny devices that fly up in the air and spin around. Because what happens is we have fires every year in Sioux Falls from fireworks being set off, and we're trying to prevent that from happening. So there's a chance that something can fly through the air, a bottle rocket, land on a roof or a tree or something else and start a fire, and that's what we're trying to prevent from happening.
Do you have all hands on deck of the fire department ready to go for that day?
Those that are still here, that aren't off for the 4th of July weekend, yeah. It's stations are staffed as normal for that, and we just kind of try to express out to people what we want them to do as far as safety and just be safe and have a good time.
Just didn't know if you had extra.
Usually not. It depends if we have like an event going on. We might have a couple extra trucks for the 4th of July fireworks show that they have at Elmwood Golf Course this year. That starts, I believe, at 8 o'clock and goes to about 10 o'clock. And you can almost park anywhere in the northwest part of the city and be able to see the show. So that should be a good time. So we encourage people to go see that because it's a nice way to enjoy the fireworks while having to get too involved to them. If you do shoot fireworks off in the city, we also ask you you pick up your trash after you're done. No one likes to have a messy neighbor or whatever else when they get done shooting fireworks. So just pick them up, make sure they're out. If you have a bucket of water, put the fireworks in the bucket of water to make sure they are totally extinguished, because we do have fires where people put fresh fireworks in the trash can and then we get called back to the house an hour or two later to put out the trash can. So just use common sense. All right.